we go. Welcome to the Realtor Life Podcast, a part of BND TV's weekly lineup. I'm your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, also realtor and business coach. So thank you for joining us today. We have another phenomenal guest lined up for you. But before we bring them on, I want to remind you that we are streaming live to the Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm business Facebook page and YouTube channel. So for those of you all tuning in live, we invite you to participate in the show by sharing your comments and questions in the live chat. Your engagement means a lot to us. Now, if you have any real estate needs, whether it's buying a new house, selling your current property, or even considering a career in real estate, maybe you're exploring a new brokerage opportunity, I want you to stick around after the show for a very special message tailored just for you. Now, let's get to the exciting part. I'm super excited and delighted to introduce to you a very special guest. She's a real estate professional. She's a dual state professional, so she operates in the states of Texas and Georgia. She works very well with investors. She's an engineer when it's all said and done. So I want to bring to the stage right now. Let's give it up. Let's bring the energy for Miss Jessica Wilhite.
Yay! I'm here, guys. Good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. That's right. Good afternoon. Well, look, before we dive into the conversation, Jessica, let me take a moment to share the motivation behind the show. You know, with 20 years of experience in the real estate industry, I've noticed that real estate professionals aren't always appreciated as they should be. Our clients, our customers, even sometimes our colleagues tend to overlook the fact that we are people too, people with our own passions and multifaceted personalities. So I created this platform to give real estate professionals like yourself the opportunity to showcase their diverse interests and talents beyond real estate. Along the way, we also offer a bit of coaching to help everyone succeed as well. So, Jessica, I'm sure our audience is going to want to connect with you after this interview. Where can they find you on social media?
So on Instagram, y'all can find me at I Just Closed, IJESS Closed. On Facebook, you can find me with my first name and last name, Jessica Wilhite. And on TikTok, I Just Closed again.
I Just Closed. I love it. I love it. So Jessica, I'm gonna start you off like I start all of my guests.
Okay.
Like I said before, it's about the passions, the things inspire real estate. What are some hobbies or activities that you or your family are part of?
Mike, I'm glad you're starting it off with this because right now, with the deals that I'm working on right now, I have clients that call me at 6 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, at all kinds of times of the day. And I'm just like, I need them to understand that I also have a life outside of real estate. I am very active in the gym. I joined the run club here recently in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just recently developed a liking to golf. Oh. So I joined a golf club. Yes.
Okay.
And I have to practice. Practice makes perfect when it comes to that game. So I have to be out there practicing a lot on Saturdays. That's my thing.
I love that. So what it sounds like is that health and wellness is something that's something that you're very attracted to. Has it always been that way? Like when you were a kid, like when you were into sports, y'all always working out? Like how did that turn out?
Yes, actually, when I was a kid, I was forced to be in sports. I ran track in high school, and then my dad used to take us to the Hippie Hill every Saturday to work out. He was a personal trainer, so he refused to let his kids be out of shape. So it's something that I kept with me throughout the years. In college, when I felt myself gaining that freshman 15, I went to the gym. I can't be big. I have to be in shape. And then I knew I wanted to be an engineer. So I know when you're in corporate America, how you look really plays a role in how people treat you and how you're respected also, even though that's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it is.
Look at Jessica giving the real, man. She keeping it raw on the Real to Life podcast today. I love it. So all right, so it was something that you did, and I guess that makes sense. It doesn't look good for the family but business if the kids walking around out of shape. So dad had to keep you straight. Now you talked about golf. So so walk me through that. Like, how did you get exposed to golf? What was it that made that very attractive for you?
So I will say that I knew I wanted to be around like-minded individuals. I'm very intentional about um, the moves that I make and just headed towards the life that I really want to live. So I know that being in an environment that'll foster growth for me for my career. I joined this golf organization in Atlanta, She Golf's ATL. Shout out to my She Golf girls. But so after I joined golf, it was just a 3-month trial for me. I'm open to trying anything at least for a short period of time. If I didn't like it, I would have went over to tennis. But I developed a love for it. I just like being out there in nature, the serene environment, the quietness, just it's very peaceful for me. And for some reason, there's something about that game that is very addictive. Like you just want to be out there playing. You want to be in these tournaments. You want to win trophies. I actually won one of my first trophies about a month ago. Yes, in the tournament. I still can't believe it. But I was with a foursome. So, we played best ball. So, I didn't do it on my own just yet, but I am practicing a lot so that I can get really good at the game. But I am developing a love for it.
Wow. And so the one thing that's kind of shied me away from golf a little bit is the stories of that it takes up so much time. So why don't you speak to that? Like, are the stories true? Like, does golf take up a whole bunch of time?
It does, especially if you're in tournaments. If you're out there playing 18 holes, you're going to be out there for a minimum 4 hours. Minimum 4 hours. And that's honestly, that's quick. When we're out there, we can be out there from 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. Yes, with the starting ceremony, you're on the course, and then the ending ceremony. So it does take up a lot of time, which is why I prefer to play 9 holes, but it's fun.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so and I guess it does kind of fit within like the health because you're doing a lot of walking.
Yes,
when you're out there and like you said, being in nature. So I love that. So when you think about you got your run club, you're working out at the gym, you joined your golf club.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find yourself blending those things when it comes to your real estate business?
I think it comes naturally. A lot of times when you're out here meeting new people, this is something that you're interested in. You already have like interest because you're at these organizations, but people, as you develop the conversation, people like to ask, what do you do? It's one of the first questions people ask me when they see me out there hitting those balls, especially if I'm not hitting right. They'll come over to try to help and give me tips and tricks or tips and pointers, and then they'll ask, what's your name, what do you do, where you come from, that type of thing, and it naturally flows into real estate. I get so excited and so giddy when they ask me that because I'm like, okay, hopefully this can spark a conversation. A lot of times it does. People, the next question is, how's the market? Or, what, how many deals have you closed? What have you done? They ask questions. And then I also meet a lot of real estate professionals out on the golf course. I've met quite a few builders. I'm actually working with a lender right now on one of his renovation projects that I'm going to be listing soon. So it definitely fosters a healthy relationship with future clients.
Yeah. And when we're looking at stuff on the TV and things like that, that's how it's portrayed. That you make connections on that golf course. That's a good deal. True. So, all right. So you talked about being an engineer. So I absolutely want to hear that story. So walk us down, that career of being an engineer and things like that. What kind of engineering did you get into that?
So I got my degree from Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas, as in electrical engineering. So after I graduated college, I had a job lined up for me because I interned prior to graduating, but I worked for CenterPoint Energy as a substation engineer for 8 years. And so I designed schematics for the projects inside of the control house and substations. And so eventually, after about 8 years, I wanted to transition my career into the project management sector. So I went and got my PMP. I was interviewing for project management positions, but I ended up working in the project scheduling position, which is still working on substation projects, except instead of designing the schematics, I'm actually scheduling all of the activities that are happening during design, engineering design, during construction, during anything that is going on that project. It's on my schedule, and I'm having meetings weekly with the project manager, and I'm scheduling everything out.
So you enjoy that new aspect that you moved into?
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's more my speed, and I feel like it helps me a lot with it. It correlates a lot with real estate because it's more project management. You know, when you're working as an engineer or in the utility sector, you still have to work on a consistent basis with the project manager. I have to work on a consistent basis with the engineer still. I have to get information from everyone that is involved on the project, all the cost controllers, the estimators. I need to get information from everyone so that I can put the information in my schedule. And that's similar to, you know, being a realtor. You're like the nucleus of the project. You need to make sure the lender is doing what they're doing. You need to make sure, you know, the title company is running that title, doing what they're doing. Keep the buyer calm. You got to keep the buyer calm. You're a therapist. You are all of the above. Right now in this market, we got to keep the seller calm.
Right. You're right. 100%.
So, you know, it's like being an engineer has really prepared me to be a realtor.
Yeah, I love it. So you're the cog in the middle of the wheel. Huh?
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
it.
I hope my sellers see this.
Well, you'll get a link so you can send it to them, right? So they'll know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason that we do these things, so you can push it out to your people so they can learn get a deeper level of Jessica, get a deeper level of Jessica. So this is amazing. So we talked about, you know, your transition in engineering and what attracted you. Well, what was it? What attracted you about electrical engineering? Like, that's an interesting industry for, you know, people to kind of go into. So why don't you?
Yeah, that's true. So, originally my parents sat me down when I was in high school and asked me like what, you know, we wrote down the pros and cons of the classes that I did like and the classes that I didn't like. And so I knew when I went to college, I did not want to write papers at all. I wanted to do more math. So it was, you know, we brought it down to either I'm going to major in engineering or accounting. And so my mother was already an engineer. And I feel like if she did it with 4 children, I know I can do it, and it's just me.
Yeah, was she an electrical engineer as well?
Yes. She's an electrical engineer, but she didn't go into utility. She went into the digital sector, computer. She worked for Compact Computers before HP bought them out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good deal. So how did you choose electrical? So you got electrical, civil, mechanical, chemical. How did you land on electrical?
Seeing my mother did it, I know I can do it. Yeah. That's merely what it was. I didn't really do too much in-depth research on it. I looked at the curriculum to see what type of classes we needed to take. Chemical engineering was just out the picture. I did not want to.
Hey, now, you know, that's my degree. My degree is
really? Oh, all hands off to you. But I just did not want to do chemical because I saw those classes I needed to take. I just didn't. Chemistry wasn't my favorite. I could do it, but it just wasn't my favorite. And then I saw, even though chemistry was my favorite, but I was okay with physics. And you know, in electrical, you have to do a lot of physics.
Right.
So I was looking at the curriculum and I felt, and at the salary ranges at the time, and I'm like, I think I'm good with electrical. I think I can do this.
I love it. Okay, so, you know, similar question, but we're going to transition industries. So what is it about, what attracted you to real estate? Like, you know, because it sounded like you had a good thing going with the electrical engineering. So
yes.
What attracted you to say you want to add this other career to the equation?
So I have always taken a liking to HGTV. When I was in high school, it was one of the channels that I was glued to. So I used to watch Chip and Joe and all these flipping shows, Property Virgins, and I just really wanted to do that. And I knew working in the real estate industry, it's gonna be a forever. I mean, it's a lucrative career. Regardless of where you can always make money in this industry, you're always going to have business at some capacity because we're always going to need somewhere to live.
That's right.
I don't care what part of the world you live in, you're going to need somewhere to live. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It was always, always, always on my bucket list of things to do. But like I said, in college, I had to follow my parents' guideline, and I always wanted to do it. So when I moved to when I switched careers from being an engineer to project scheduler, I started working in DC at Pepco, which is the Centerpoint Energy of Pepco, their utilities company. And so on my way to work every morning and on my way back home every evening on the train, I would watch videos of wholesaling, how to wholesale, training wholesale videos. But I would always be too afraid to just jump out there and do it. I was thinking maybe I would get married and show my husband how to do it and be in the background, let him lead the way. Yeah. But I'm like, you know what? When I ended up moving to Atlanta, I said, it's now or never. If I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it forever. So I was very intentional when I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't go anywhere but real estate investing meetings. That's it. I found real estate investing meetings on Eventbrite, and I went to every real estate investment meeting that I could. And so from there, it just, it was like a snowball effect. I met an investor that allowed me an opportunity to get my license to list the house that they were flipping. And then from there, it was so on and so forth. I was wholesaling a few properties with another investor. He was showing me his method of wholesaling, which is a little antiquated now, but I still took a lot of nuggets from him. And then, from there, I got my license, which I never really wanted to be, never saw myself being an agent. I just really wanted to do my own deals. But, wherever God lead, I will follow. Yeah. And look at me today. Like, I feel like I am very well equipped for anything that comes my way in the real estate sector, whether it be, investing or just guiding someone on their journey.
I love that. So, where we are currently with this market and you have a plethora of experience when it comes to seeing the investment, the wholesale, the listing, the license, like you kind of seen the whole spectrum of things. Where we are now, what's exciting you about where we are in the real estate market?
What's exciting me? I would say that I wake up excited about real estate every day, even though things happen, but I'm always optimistic about it because your life can change in an instant. It can change it. Beyonce's manager can call me right now and say, we're
looking for you. We've been looking for you.
We have been looking for you. We have been watching you, and we just want you to work with us and help us purchase this $200 million property.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm just very optimistic about it every single day. And honestly, in the last week or so, if I can just be very candid about where I am right now, and I'm gonna say in the last month, in probably the last month and a half, 2 months, I have had 3 deals that went under contracts that all terminated.
Oh.
But on the contrary, I also have another deal that went under contract yesterday. I have 2 more that should be going under contract really, really soon. 2 buyers that are really eager to hurry up and find a house because we've been looking for a long time, and I can't wait till we find a house. But it's just, I'm just so optimistic about the industry altogether, even though people are you hear a lot of things that are not so good about the market right now, but the market will fluctuate. It always has fluctuated, and it always will fluctuate. Right. We just have to know how to get with the times and roll with the punches and ride through the storm. And right now, I feel like it's a good time for me to really lock in and learn, because I still feel like I'm at the very beginning of my career. I literally just made a year in Houston a few weeks ago. So I'm feeling like since I'm in this tough market right now, and I'm still doing, I'm still working with clients, I'm still doing deals. When the market gets back to a point to where it's very lucrative, I'll just be
eating.
The harvest season will be here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's funny that you brought up, talking about you just celebrated a year in Houston. So, first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Making it through that first 12 months. But you mentioned how you never wanted to get your license. You never saw yourself being licensed. And then you ended up being licensed in 2 states. So like, talk us through that. Like, how did you end up there?
Right. And then the 2 states that everybody say are very tough to get in.
Right.
So,
right.
But so like I said, I was working for the Department of Defense at the time. When COVID hit, I didn't want to renew a lease in DC, so I ended up just signing a year lease in Atlanta just to check the city out. But like I said, I was very intentional about getting into real estate while I was there, and so that's what kept me there. And so since I got my license in Georgia, a lot of people, I'm from Houston, Texas, Missouri City, most city where the girls so pretty. So I had a lot of people back home calling me, asking me questions. Are you licensed here? Well, can you help me with this? Can you help me? And I'm like, you know what? And then my parents are, they're retired now, so now they want to dump a lot of money into real estate. So I'm like, I'm about to get my license in Texas so I can just go ahead and help family whenever they need help. I wasn't really seeking to market in Texas too much since I'm dual career. Yeah. And so but like I said, I just accept what God allows. And right now, a lot of my deals are in Texas, and I do appreciate my clients for trusting in me to do good work for them. And I appreciate my team for assisting me, because it takes a team. Can I hear y'all say it takes a team?
It takes a team.
Absolutely. Teamwork makes the dream work. So having that solid team, people that I can trust, and really knowing my contracts, reading through the contracts and understanding what I'm sending to my clients so that I can help them understand what they're signing. And then that's pretty much the name of the game in real estate. So it's been working for me. I hope I answered the question. I just went off on a tangent right now.
I know, but it was all good. It was all good. It was because at the end of the day, remember, Jessica, this show is all about you anyway. So the more I keep you talking, the better the show gonna end up. So it's all
okay.
Good. So we talked about Houston. We talked about you being dual career. So do you have aspirations of ever real estate being the only career, or do you kind of see yourself riding into the sunset with, operating in both of these areas?
Real estate. I'm riding off in the sunset with real estate here, there, and everywhere. You can come and visit my condo in Costa Rica. If y'all going out of town, if you visiting Kenya, you can visit my condo in Kenya. We're right off the bank where the giraffes are in the giraffe manor. You can come and visit my condo in Bali. That's how I want to live.
That's international real estate agent.
International real estate. Yes.
I love that. So we talked a little bit about what excited you about the market. Well, is there anything right now that you got any fears, any concerns when it comes to the market?
How much time do we have? No, I'm just saying. So when it comes to having fears in the real estate industry, I feel like at this point, I have kind of developed a callus around my fears, because I have been through so many different scenarios that I thought that I would never get out of. And so, as I come out of those situations, it's like you develop a more tolerance to whatever comes your way, because you know that whatever it is, you can eventually get out of it.
Yeah.
So I think in the beginning, for any agent, it's gonna be very scary, because you feel for me, I just felt very inadequate. I didn't know what I'm doing. I didn't know what to. I was afraid to host open houses, but open house was my way of just throwing myself out there, because if I bum when people ask me questions, I'll never see you again. Oh well, it's like it's just a
Yeah, I'm out of here. I ain't got to see you no
house.
more.
Exactly. So that really helped me a lot. But it was very fearful at the very beginning, because I just, you feel like you have to know everything. And in the grand scheme of things, you will never know everything. It's real estate is ever evolving, even though the systems are the same and the processes are the same. Sometimes the laws may not be the same, or, you just have to stay in it and always go to the classes, learn. And I really like working at Brooks and Davis, even though I'm pivoting the conversation right now. I like working here because we do have a lot of mentor coaching sessions. We do have a lot of events that cater to and that foster healthy relationships and healthy agents, I guess.
So it's I'm glad you shared that, Jessica, because we work to provide those opportunities for support and training, and those are some great words coming from somebody that's just recently gotten licensed, because there are a lot of new agents out here, man, and they're very afraid, and now they're hearing a word from somebody that they can relate to give them the assurance that as long as you're with it, it's gonna be good on the other side. So I really appreciate you sharing that for the audience, because they're out here and they need to hear it.
Yes.
So what before I let you go, last question. When it comes to life challenges, what comes to mind? What are you challenged with right now, as far as your life, your career, or if anything?
Why would you ask me this?
Well, I told you we'll do a little bit of coaching to help everybody succeed. You just didn't know it was
Okay,
on your
so
accord.
I will be just very candid with you right now. My biggest life challenge is just getting my mother to see my vision. Like, I think everything else is going well in my life. My career is just starting to pick up to the point to where I don't really have to market as much as I did before, which I still market, but I don't, when you first getting started, you have to go here, there, and everywhere. You have to plaster your face all over social media. Every day you need to be present and seen. But now I feel like people are starting to see me. I'm starting to get more phone calls. I don't know if you just heard my phone. I'm starting to get
That's money right there.
exactly, money calling. I'm starting to get more phone calls or people contacting me, reaching out to me for real estate deals. But I feel like my mother is not seeing the harvest as quick as she wants to. So she's like, I think you should stop that. I don't know what she's not very, I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but she's not very optimistic about my real estate career. And because I've been in it for, this is my third year altogether.
Right.
Starting in Georgia. So I just feel like I have to, it's so sad because I'm very, very, very family oriented, but I have made the decision to separate myself from my family for a while so that I can stay focused on, the encouragement and the positivity and all the great things that are happening for me right now. And I guess I'll come back around after I buy her a Bentley or like whatever. I don't know what she wants.
No,
I just have to.
Can I? But first of all, let me say thank you for your transparency and your candor as it relates to this. All right. So, can I offer you a piece of advice? I don't like to use the word advice because people never take your advice. But can I offer you a piece of advice?
Yes, and I will say my mother is supportive of me, but it's just like I'm not getting that support in the time that I need it the most, like right now.
Yeah, she just okay. So, what I want to offer to you, Jessica, is that there's a way to change things, but it doesn't involve your mom changing. It's more involved in your perspective. And so I want to offer a reframe, right? So, we're reading a book right now called The Full Fee Agent. And we're at the beginning of it. But one of the things that we are learning in that book, The Full Fee Agent, is that there are 7 traits. They call them the 7 traits of human behavior. So that's what right? And the third trait is humans are hardwired for negativity. That's the third trait. So they're calling this human behavior across the board. Now, on the surface, you're like, man, humans are hardwired for negativity. That's not cool. But when you read the explanation of it, what he's really saying is that when you go back to our primitive roots, it was when it was dangerous to be by yourself. It was dangerous to walk outside the cave because there were dangers all over the place. Cavemen and cave women. But as we've evolved, we're still connected to that primitive part of ourselves. So there's a lot of microaggressions that they're not really a threat, but we perceive them as threats. All right. So because of that, we're hardwired. So it's about protection. It's a protective mechanism, right? So until people are enlightened, sometimes love, right? I love you. I care about you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Sometimes that comes off as I'm not supporting you, right? So I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Sometimes love, I love you. I care about you. I want what's best for you. Sometimes that comes off as, to the other person, that comes off as I'm not supporting you. All right. So I think a way to really engage it, because is to thank your mom for loving you, right? Like I get it, mom. You want me to be successful. Like you want me to have the best. Like you have this vision of this life, and I'm grateful to you for you loving me that way and wanting to love me. Now, you ain't got to change nothing that you're doing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's your life. I'm gonna do what you want to do. Like this is your life to live, right? But I bet if you just acknowledge, I thank you, mom. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And then next conversation, like we ain't even got to talk about it no more.
Yeah.
You may begin to see a difference just being together as a family, because like you said, that's important to you. So that's not something you really want to sacrifice. And I really don't think you have to, because at the end of the day, the place that it's coming from a place of love, right? You know she wants what's best for you.
Yeah, for sure. I know she does. She does. I just have to know how to navigate that in this season of my life, because I'm like, it's a lot of uncharted territory. So, I need some affirmations sometimes.
Well, just try that out. Just say, thanks, mom. Whenever she start going in, just say, you know what, mom, I really love you, and I really appreciate how you support me, and that you want what's best for me. Like, I really appreciate that, mom, if I ain't never told you that. And see if that changes the whole environment. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, Mike.
Well, it just be pouring out of me sometimes. Just, I gotta share. That's the premise of the show. We do a little bit of coaching. But before we wrap up, man, I really want to express my gratitude. You've been an incredible guest, and I really want to thank you for joining us today and sharing your valuable insights. Your presence has really made the episode truly special. Finally, before we say goodbye, do you have any parting words or advice you'd like to share with our listeners? Maybe something we didn't mention that you'd like to share?
First of all, I want to say thank you to Shay for forcing me to do this interview.
Yeah, we get a little pushy sometimes.
I've been shying away for quite some time, because like being live, it just makes me nervous sometimes. But I appreciate Shay for pushing me out of my comfort zone. I really enjoyed the time here with you today, and I am currently recording my real estate journey. I'm literally recording everything. It's gonna be like a real estate documentary / reality show that I'm gonna create. I think I'll premiere it at the end of the year at my real estate events in December 13th. I will be hosting a real estate event in Houston, Texas at Iconic Studios. So mark your calendar.
I'll be there.
Yes, for sure. Please come out. And so I'm going to premiere my real estate journey, my real estate show at the event. So come out, come see it, come meet my vendors, and come have a good time.
I love that, man. I love that for you. I can't wait, Jessica. So make sure you don't forget about the little people. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we all going together.
I love that. I love that. Well, like I said, thank you again, Jessica. As always, if there's anything that we can do down here, your Houston family, to take care of you, or whatever questions you have, just know that you're not doing this by yourself, and we're rooting for you.
I appreciate that, Mike.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right. Excellent job. Excellent job. See, she did an excellent job. She was a little apprehensive about how she was going to do it, but I told her, I say, man, you're going to kill it. Because sometimes you just know, you just got to get comfortable. People have a story to share. It's amazing that she says that she's documenting her real estate journey. So I can't wait to see that coming this December. All right, now let's jump into some upcoming events before we wrap things up. I'm super excited, man. It's that time again. It is that time again. Our annual real estate summit. We're embarking on our 6th real estate summit, and every year it's gotten bigger and bigger and better, and this year is going to be better than it's been in the past. So if you are a business owner and you're looking to get in front of hundreds of motivated buyers, sellers, and investors all in one day, this is your chance. The annual real estate summit is happening October 18th at Bethel's Empowerment Center in Houston, and we're inviting vendors like you to showcase your business. As a vendor, you'll connect with over 200 plus attendees from Houston's Black and Latino communities. You're going to gain direct exposure through our program, social media, and stage shout outs. You'll build relationships with potential clients and community leaders. Vendor tables start at just $200, but space is limited and filling fast. So don't wait. Reserve your vendor table today at churchrealestatesummit.com. You see the link scrolling at the bottom of the screen. That's churchrealestatesummit.com. Lock in your spot. Let's grow together at the annual Real Estate Summit. All right. And then every week we go live on Facebook, as y'all know. So for those of you all that checked in with us on last Monday for Monday Night Live, we go live every Monday at 7 p.m. with myself and my co-host, Mr. Prime Real Estate Rick. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel so you can see yesterday's episode and all past episodes, and you can stay locked in. If you haven't subscribe to the YouTube channel. You've just experienced the Realtor Life podcast. This is something that we do every Tuesday at 12:30. I bring in and I interview one of a very special real estate professional. Today, Jessica Wilhite, as you found out, that she's one of our agents here in Houston, but she also does work in the Atlanta area. She's doing some big things. So we want to interview you as well. We want your story. So if you're interested, all you got to do is scan the QR code on the screen, fill out the guest questionnaire, and we will absolutely get you on the calendar. All right. Today, during our Real Estate Happy Hour Live, this is our other show that we go live on Facebook and YouTube. We have hosts, we have special guests where we discuss social media trending topics, current events, real estate industry related topics, along with some real estate advice to consumers and realtors. It's real estate professionals talking about randomness. The best part of this show is that the audience has the opportunity to get on screen with us and share their thoughts. We have an amazing time with the Real Estate Happy Hour Live. Make sure at 2:30, you guys hop back on here with us. You definitely want to be a part of the conversation. All right. So now also Thursday at 12 o'clock, we have the Prime Real Estate Podcast, which is a real estate talk show. It's hosted by author, serial entrepreneur, and co-founder of Brooks & Davis real estate firm, Larry W. Brooks, along with professional realtor and real estate investment expert, Mr. Rick Davis. The show delivers no hype education and expert perspectives in a fast-paced, entertaining style. Check it out. There's a new episode released every week, so be sure to subscribe today. Also, speaking of subscribing, make sure you subscribe to the Houston Real Estate Channel, which is powered by Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, where we explore the vibrant neighborhoods in and around Houston, Texas. This is your comprehensive guide to exploring and get valuable insights on Houston's real estate market with our diverse range of videos, including in-depth market reports and essential tips for buyers and sellers. And then finally, stay in the loop by following us on LinkedIn for industry insights, Instagram for behind-the-scenes fun, Facebook for lively discussions, and YouTube for exclusive video content. Join the community, search Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm on each platform and hit the follow or subscribe button. You do not want to miss out on the latest updates and exciting content. We will see you there. If you have a real estate need, I want to remind you, If you have a need like looking to buy a house or putting your house on the market for sale, maybe you're interested in a career in real estate or looking for a change in brokerage, stay on after the show. We have a very special message for you. That's a wrap for this episode of the Realtor Life Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and gained valuable insights. Jessica Wilhite did a phenomenal job. We learned so much about her. Be sure to join us next time for more engaging discussions with amazing real estate professionals. And remember, stay tuned after the show for a special message tailored just for you. I'm Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, also a realtor and business coach. Here's to coaching you into the cosmos. It's time to take off, baby. Make it a great one.
Hey there, if you're in the midst of a real estate journey, whether you're buying, selling, getting licensed, or already licensed, this video is just for you. I've got some outstanding news to share, so stick around. Considering buying a home? We're here to help. We offer, at no cost or commitment, to schedule a showing for any property in the Houston Metroplex. When you choose our firm, we'll be with you every step of the way, guiding you through the process. Want to learn more? Visit our website or give us a call at the number shown. If you're thinking about selling your home, we've got some great services to offer, again at no cost or commitment. We can provide a free neighborhood buying and selling activity report, showing you the recent market activity in your area. We also offer a free in-person property condition home evaluation, where one of our professionals will provide recommendations to help sell your home faster and for more money. When you choose our firm to sell your home, we'll ensure it reaches more active home buyers than any other realtor. To learn more about this, visit our website or give us a call at the number shown. Real estate agents. Are you ready to take your career to new heights with a brokerage that puts you first? At Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, we offer something no one else does, a powerful money-back guarantee. We believe in our support so much that if you don't close a transaction within 90 days, we'll refund every dollar you've paid to us. And if a year goes by and you still haven't closed, we'll even refund your payments to HAR, MLS, and Supra. Your success is our priority. At Brooks & Davis, you're not just joining a brokerage, you're becoming part of a community that's dedicated to your growth. Whether you're a licensed agent ready to elevate your career, or you're on your way to earning your license, we've got a place for you. Even if you are not a Brooks & Davis real estate agent, you can unlock the full potential of your real estate career by becoming a part of our free membership. Join our supportive family where you can grow, innovate, and be recognized. Embrace diversity as we reshape real estate with impactful solutions for all communities. Make a difference by engaging in local initiatives for a brighter future. Elevate your education beyond transactions and prepare for success, including taking the real estate exam. Enjoy accessibility and easy collaboration within our vibrant real estate community. And here's the best part, it won't cost you a dime. The only investment required is your time, the rest is on the house. Are you ready to soar? Join us now and let's make your real estate journey unforgettable. If you already have a real estate license, we invite you to explore the World Changers community. And if you're in the process of obtaining or interested in getting your real estate license, discover the exclusive opportunities waiting for you with the Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm Student Affiliate Membership. Visit the link on the screen today. Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, your trusted partner in real estate.